Youssoufa Moukoko, you all know who he is. He's a wonder kid. We've known about him since he was 12 years old. Banging in goals for fun, 116 goals in 89 youth team games. To the point where he was getting 7 on a regular basis and we were like, yeah, he's just gonna be a star. He's been banging them in for Dortmund this season, but he's a free agent in the summer. And Todd Bowley's already started talking to him. Let's get into the video. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and today, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't want to get in front of a camera and do this video because I've got my exam results back. Listen, sometimes you gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep stepping, right? Don't give up. If you want something badly, study harder next time and you will smash the test. It's as simple as that. Being negative ain't worth it. You can't change the past. Next time, learn from your mistakes and move forward. But I love doing what I do here, so we're gonna move on with this video and let's get started. Number one, we're gonna talk about Moukoko and his move to Chelsea. Is it real? What's going on? Should we even be doing it? Because I think a lot of people are getting carried away with this youth project. Look, Moukoko is gonna come in and where's he gonna play? We're gonna have to talk about that. Then, well, let's take a deep dive into the World Cup. Listen, I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I don't know about you lot, but 2 days without the World Cup and I'm like, raw, what was I doing with my life before watching 4 games on a daily basis? So, all I ask from you lot, because you lot are kind people, hit the like button. We're aiming for 500 likes on this video. Subscribe to the channel, because you're going to enjoy the content, I guarantee it. And number 3, follow me on Instagram and keep up to date and let me know your thoughts, any ideas for any future videos. Hit me up in the DMs there. Anytime you want to debate about football, I'm always up for it. Let's get on with it. That's in the pinned comment. But let's start with a Moukoko. So, Youssoufa Moukoko is absolutely phenomenal, right? This kid is a wonder kid at its finest. He's always has been, always has, will be, right? This kid has got 6 goals and 4 assists in 14 games this year. He started 8 times for Dortmund. He's been absolutely a star to the point where he was on that plane to Qatar for the World Cup. And he got there. I think he came on in the 3rd game, if I'm not mistaken. But it's one of those things where now he's a free agent in the summer. So every single club owner, every single chief executive is going to be billing up his agent's line. Everyone's going to be like, listen, Youssoufa, what do you want? Do you want this house? Do you want this car? Do you want this wages? And they're going to try sell their club to them. The question here is, what is he doing? Why is his agent doing this? Unless it's a negotiation tactic to get more money out of Dortmund, I don't see a reason for him to want to leave Dortmund. And I will say something, and I got a lot of abuse on Twitter today. I don't understand why, because it's just my opinion. I said, I hope for his sake he doesn't join Chelsea. And let me explain this to you. He is too good to come and sit on the bench. And the reality is, what I've been reading about him, what I've seen of him, he's not ready to lead the line at Chelsea. Gio Reyna openly said, we know the goals will come, but he's getting better with his back to goal, with his physicality, with his adaptation to first team football, to men's football. The kid is 5'8". I'm not saying he needs to be a giant and be strong to be playing in the Premier League, but I'm telling you now, 5'8" is going to be a struggle for him. And we're going to have to ask him to develop slowly. I don't know whether when he comes in, ultimately, he's going to be ready to start from the outset. So why not stay at Dortmund, sign another 5-year deal, or sign a 3 or 4-year deal, have a release clause if potentially in your contract, and then keep playing. He started 8 games this year, 6 off the bench coming on. Do you think he's going to be doing that at Chelsea? Let's look at his competition. Aubameyang. Aubameyang is still a very good player. Like, we've seen it. He's still a good player. He ain't going anywhere this summer or next summer. Right? That's when his contract expires. So we've got another 18 months of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Armando Broja signed a 6-year deal. He's further along the development scale to a Moukoko. So all of a sudden, I need to ask you, why are we stockpiling these talents? Kai Havertz can still play false 9. He has to play somewhere. Raheem Sterling can play false 9. Is he going to come in and play football? Is sitting on the bench, is being in the U23s what he wants to do? Because the reality is, it's not. Now, let's look at it. People are going to say, Alex, they spent money on him. He's going to play. I've got 3 examples for you people. I've got 3 examples. Omari Hutchinson, blowing it up in PL2. All of a sudden, hasn't got any minutes, just made the squad twice. Not played for Chelsea once. You got Quesadilla, I think the Italian guy that we signed, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name, yeah? He's coming in, he hasn't even made the squad. He's playing PL2 football. We paid £13 million for this kid from Inter Milan in the summer. Chukwuemeka played 43 minutes in 3 games, accumulated in the Premier League all season. What? It's not even Premier League, I think that includes Champions League. I think it's ridiculous. We paid 20 million for it. Yes, all talented players, but they need minutes to develop. I don't think what I'm saying is out of the ordinary. They need game time to develop, to make mistakes, to absolutely learn from their successes and their failures. If they don't do that, they will never evolve to become the players they need to become. Look, there's a reason why clubs like Leicester buy a Wesley Fofana, and in 3 years' time he goes for 72 million. It's not because he was always the 72 million pound player. It's because they gave him the time to nurture himself and become who he's going to become. That step is key, and if you cut that step out, there's a very good chance the player he is today, he never would have become. And the reason is, you're skipping the development. You can't fast track everything in life. Everything has growing pains. Everything in life always has to come with some sort of sacrifice and some sort of learning experience. And in Moukoko's case, it's very simple. He needs to stay at the keep scoring the goals, keep being the main man there, almost build a legacy to the point where Haller is not back yet. So he needs to become the #1 striker by the time Haller comes back. And once Haller comes back, if you're ahead of Haller, you're ready to move to a top Premier League club or a top La Liga club. But these are my opinions. I want to know yours. A lot of you are going to say, Alex, if you got your hands on a talent of this magnitude, just take it. I care about the player's well-being. I care about his career. I don't want another wonder kid going down the toilet. I don't want us to get another player and ruin him. We had this situation where we stockpiled attacking midfielders. Who remembers the time we had Mata, Hazard, Schürrle, Oscar, Salah and De Bruyne? What happened? De Bruyne threw his toys out the pram, Salah threw his toys out the pram, Schürrle decided to leave because he wanted long-term football, and all of a sudden Mata ended up going and we were stuck with Oscar and Hazard. Yes, Eden Hazard's the GOAT. Yes, I love Eden Hazard, but we can't just stockpile. You end up ruining careers. It doesn't work. That's my opinion. I want to know yours. The World Cup's back tomorrow and it's back with a classic. There is a ton of Chelsea representation left. And now let's talk about the 4 fixtures because I think it is important. I want to know. And I want to know your predictions in the comments below as well. Number 1, we're going to start off with a Croatia versus Brazil. Croatia versus Brazil is going to be an amazing game in the sense that it's going to be a great tactical battle. We're going to get to see the Samba boys back at it. I hope we get to see a bit more dancing because it really frustrates certain pundits and I love it because I'm here for it. I love when players get to express themselves. I like to see a bit of personality and I'm all for that, right? I think it's going to be a tactical battle to the point where Croatia are going to try and make this game ugly. They're going to try drag it out, maybe even try drag it to extra time if they can. I don't see Croatia winning this in 90 minutes. If anything, Croatia are going to only go through whether it's they nick a goal in extra time or they go and nick a goal on penalty shootout. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a routine win for Brazil. I really do. I think Brazil are just going to have too much in the final third. And after Croatia went all the way to penalties with Japan, the legs ain't going to have it anymore. Mr. Luka Modric and Mateo Kovacic, I love you too, but you're going home. Game number 2, Messi, 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 Messi. That's what I'm going to be shouting at my TV because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm getting sucked into this Messi experiment. Messi is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm starting to appreciate him even more than I already did. I loved watching him before. I love watching him now even more because I know what we have is scarce. We're going to run out soon. The Messi tank is going thin. And all of a sudden, he's going up against the Dutch. Louis van Gaal's army, as he once said. That is going to be super interesting because I think Argentina are going to have a ton of the ball. They're going to attack. And I have no idea what's going to happen in this game because Gakpo and Memphis Depay are ready to hit on the break. You're going to be getting Dumfries running down that channel. It's going to be an ugly game in the midfield. And don't be surprised if this finishes 0-0 and goes straight to penalties because I see Van Gaal and Scaloni having a tactical off, all right? Where it gets to the point where they just make mistakes and it literally, they're both too scared to attack and win this game. Then we get into Portugal versus Morocco. Morocco have impressed all of us. Morocco have made us love the underdog story and they're doing it with a little bit of style, spice. The way where there's balls going into the box with beautiful touches from Hakim Ziyech. Hakimi's running down that channel. Nezrari's played good. Boufal's reminding everyone that just because you play badly in the Premier League don't mean you're a bad player. And Amrabat's just kicking anyone in sight. But they've been a very good, enjoyable side to watch. They're solid at the back and they attack really well. On the other hand, you've got Portugal have looked like they got a new lease of life. I think Portugal beat them. I think the emotional roller coaster of them beating Spain is going to be too high. I think they beat Spain. They've almost achieved what they needed to achieve in this World Cup. They've got their moment. They're in the history books. And now Spain Portugal are going to get their, basically, their pound of flesh. They're going to go and see what's left and absolutely attack. And I think this could get ugly. I think this could be a 3-1, a 4-1. I think Portugal are that good of a side. That's my personal opinion. And now finally, England versus France. England versus France could be anything, man. The French could absolutely destroy us, or we could absolutely destroy them. Because both sides have got good attacking players. Both sides have got players on their day that will absolutely hurt any defense. But I think it's going to be a 1-1 classic that goes to extra time and France win it there. I think all games that we're going to see are going to be tight. I'm very worried from an England standpoint because Mr. Kylian Mbappe is amazing, and Ousmane Dembele on the other side gets me even more scared. Because I think a lot of our attention, the primary attention, is going to be going on to Kylian, and then all of a sudden Dembele is going to be left with one-on-one with Luke Shaw. And that's never going to end well for him. But this was my views. I want to hear yours. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate if you lot made it to the end of this video. Like I always say, without you lot, there's no me on this channel. I'm basically talking to a vacuum. It's white noise. So I just appreciate it so much when you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out of here. Bye.